Hi there my friends, I'm Cornel Manu, founder of ambitionosis.com. Let's talk about something very important today. I'm sure that you've already heard about the importance of goal setting, but let's talk about it in simple terms. By learning how important this process is and how it affects our lives, it will better motivate you to pursue your biggest ambitions, but also remove those that tamper with your progress. People without a vision perish. We all know it. It was written even in the Bible. But I would add a small word here that is actually big, pun intended. People without a big vision perish. So I'm going further and explain why I believe it's this way, and I also talk about the major differences in impact between big goals and small goals. You always have a goal. Our brain is designed to have a goal, either if you consciously choose it or not. If you take any living creature on this earth, regardless of how small or simple it is, we would find that it has a goal at any given time. The goal can be anything from learning, growing, developing, protecting itself or the group, to the two ultimate goals all creatures have, that are survival and reproduction. The difference between us and every other living creature is that we can consciously choose our goals. We are the only ones to do that. But again, it's not mandatory to do it. If we don't consciously choose our goals, our brain picks them automatically. You might say, but my problem is that I don't have any goals. That is not true. The problem is that you have unconsciously lousy goals. For example, your goal might be paying the bills this month, or doing your work fast so you can get home and watch 3 seasons of a TV series on Netflix. Or maybe your goal is to try to ignore the dreadful days of work week so you can finally get to the weekend and drink some alcohol to help you forget for a while the life that is not fulfilling you. You see, when we don't consciously choose our goals, what we consciously think about most of the times is interpreted by the subconscious as our goals. Because why would we think intensively about something we don't want? If you take a dog and show him a juicy steak at an end of the obstacle course filled with dangerous traps, it won't lay around thinking, oh, look at the risk, I better not try a roll. No, your dog is going to rush in forward because all it thinks about is that juicy steak. Intelligent as we are, we tend to think about the risk, the pain, the failure, and all the negative sides of things. Your goals influence everything you notice. There is something inside our brain that is called reticular activating system. It's basically a filtering system that only lets certain things draw our attention. Let me explain. At any given day, we face hundreds of different external factors, including noises, colors, gestures, and also other people's reaction and interaction. If you would see, hear, and notice everything, you'd go crazy. That's why we have a filtering system. This system basically automatically filters what is important for us and blurs out what is irrelevant. Simple examples. Did you notice how after you buy a jacket or a pair of shoes or something, all of a sudden there are a lot of people wearing those? Those copycats, right? Actually, those articles were always out there. You just didn't notice them because they were irrelevant. On the blurring out side of things, if you take someone that has lived for 10 years near the airport, he or she is going to tell you that they don't even notice the noise of the airplanes anymore. This filtering system of our brain helps us achieve our goals, because we always notice things that are relevant to our goals, either if we consciously set it or not. Using this in a positive way is like the guidance system in missiles that help us get to our target fast and accurate, regardless the obstacles or if the target moves. In a negative way, it makes us never being able to escape what we fear, if that is what we think about most of the time. That's why what we think about most of the time becomes our reality. Our brain is automatically helping us making it a reality, even if it's a beautiful reality or not. That's the conscious mind job to decide what is good and bad and what the individual wants. The subconscious just takes orders like a computer and executes them. The attention is actually an automatic process. To change what we pay attention to, we need to change our goals. It's like telling your brain, this is important, show it to me more often. And this is not important, blur it out. The draining power of small or negative goals. Having a goal that doesn't excite you and fulfill you, or even worse, having a negative goal that simply affects your life, has a draining power on you that never ends. That's why there are a lot of people who are so demotivated and suffering inside that nothing can make them feel alive. I mean, you can make yourself happy for a moment with an external stimulant, but if your soul is unhappy, that is going to create a hole inside that can't be filled up. And I'm talking from experience here. I was the most unhappy and negative person there is a couple of years ago. That's because I didn't pay attention to what my goals are, and therefore I had some really lousy unconscious goals that made me feel bad. For example, if someone says about themselves that they will always be a smoker, or that they will never lose weight because they are big boned or something, that is going to be their reality. It's crazy, but these are actually their goals. Because they believe in that and they put so much emotional intensity into it that the subconscious mind is just like, okay, I'll make it happen. Also, having unfulfilling goals like spending all your money on overly expensive clothes or paying the bills, it just make you feel bad inside. You never seen somebody jump out of bed at 6 a.m. in the morning saying, "Oh Lord, can't wait to pay these bills." It's not exciting, it's just lame, and it makes us feel unworthy. We have so much untapped potential inside of us, and that's why it feels like a disgrace to focus our attention on such small things. It makes us feel like we disappoint ourselves and our Creator. Now let's get to the bright side. The uplifting power of big or positive goals. Here is where the magic really happens. When you take the power of your mind and use it to a worthwhile goal. When you consciously choose to focus on what makes you happy and fulfilled. Even if you doubt yourself in the beginnings, because it's so easy for us to be negative, if you hold on tight to your goals and never let them go out of your mind and focus, you are going to achieve them. It's like you're walking in the desert and you can see these beautiful oases with green life and water that await you. Regardless of how far it is and how hard it is to get there, if your eyes are glued to it, you are going to get there. Your mind will work in your favor. You are going to notice conversations, people, a paragraph in a book, a quote said on TV, or a spark of idea inside your head that you would never notice if you didn't have this goal. Our mind is designed to achieve goals. That's not the problem. Our only duty is for us to choose the goals that we really want, not what others want for us, then truly and faithfully believe in our ability to achieve these goals. We got to have the emotional intensity attached to these goals. We must constantly make sure that we live in a beautiful state, regardless of what goes around us. The beautiful emotional state can be joy, playfulness, curiosity, love, ambition, whatever it is. It will make us feel good, and when we feel good, we do things in the best way possible. Another important factor is clarity. You must clearly decide your goals with details. Take a piece of paper and write down your top 10 goals for the next 10 years. Then take each and every goal and start describing it in details. If you want a car, write down the color, the model, the year, from where you buy it, everything. The more specific you are, the more clear will be for your mind what you truly want. And when you are clear about what you want and you attach a lot of emotions to it, making it important, you're gonna achieve it faster than you think. Vague goals lead to vague results. So make sure that you are crystal clear about what you want in life and how does it look and feel like, including your relationship. Most of the people don't find the true love because they don't know how the person looks like. They didn't take the time to describe how the person is, how she or he behave with them, what traits they have, how the relationship is going to be. How can you hit a target you don't see? Make sure that your life is not like that. Make sure you have clear goals that will bring you clear results. Not having a consciously set goal is like being on a boat in the middle of the ocean without a compass, drifting away in all directions by random winds. But having a purposely uplifting goal is like knowing the destination and having the tool to get there, regardless of how many winds of life blow against you. You have the potential to achieve anything you put your mind into. To your success and fulfillment. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up and a comment below. You can share it with your friends and family, and who knows, maybe you will change someone's life. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you'll get notified when new videos arrive. If you have something that you need me to talk about, make sure to let me know. And if you want to support the show, you can go to paypal.me/cornelmanu and donate. See you next time.